I'd like to ask you about the body.
Yeah.
And because a while ago for me, there was a seeing that so the psychological person is just not there. And for a while, there was no thinking about it. And I was just like living. And now after a while, it seems like this attachment to the body has come back in a way, in that there's just this reacting from believing that I'm basically this body, but with no one inside. But this body is what is. And it's not really a problem either, but it's just interesting that how can something inside this perceiving think that it's actually perceiving.
What would you like to happen?
Before there was this kind of expanding sensation, and it felt like the perceiver kind of went out into everything that was being seen at that moment. And so now it's different. And a thought can come that says, oh no, it's gone now. But it's so obvious that it's just like this reaction to change. But also it's just so pleasant. It kind of feels like the sort of the person in time is no longer believed in, but the person in space or the body is what's more the focus of my attention right now.
Yeah. Normally when these awakenings happen, they do break something. Like it can't be fully forgotten anymore. Whereas prior to that, there was this more of a sense of being lost. Like you don't really know what you're looking for or where it is. And then these awakenings happen and it remains with you, like a residue of it. What often happens is that there can be a period of time where It's going backwards and forwards. So there is more belief and then less belief in that person, or more energy holding on to that person and less. And it's just allowing the mind to not make conclusions. That in the end you don't know where you are. You don't know what's happening. It's simply happening, and what is spraying up or appearing out of this nothingness is thoughts about losing it, getting it, where are you, you're contracted, you're not contracted, like the commentary on your awakening process. And it's just seeing that that is all that is. And that when the energy is ready to go back into everything, it will, and when it contracts, it will. And in the personal world, you can seemingly direct your attention and investigate your dynamics. But in the end, life is taking care of your awakening. It's not you that's taking care of your awakening.
It's like every time the sort of attachment seems to come back, or the body reacts in kind of those old seeking patterns can come up. And it's just this doubt that I can see is just this body is used to doubting.
Totally.
It just doubts.
Yeah, exactly. That's and that's it. Like noticing that the body has habits.
Yeah.
If you've been conditioned for 30 years to doubt yourself, then even after a massive awakening, a massive shift, and even after a full shift, the body can still have that tendency to doubt things. It's like a pattern in which the brain is used to thinking. And it's just noticing that that's all it is, that it doesn't mean anything, it's just chit-chat going on. What happens when there's an identification with it is a belief that it's true, and then trying to avoid that. So belief that there is something wrong with your awakening, there's something wrong with your experience, and then the attempt to try to avoid that, to try to get to something else. It's just as it is. So it's just coming back again and again to what's actually happening in this moment. The thoughts have lots of opinions about what's happening, but it could be, so if the doubt is appearing in the mind, that the body feels nervous, and it's just putting your attention deeply into that nervousness, and then in a way, in that nervousness, it all disappears. Like it's all there and sort of not there at the same time. Like nothing really inherently exists here. It's all mysterious.
It's also funny that I used to like think that meditation and stuff like that was actually like doing something.
Yeah.
But now it's like I just like to go on walks.
Yeah.
Because it's easier, almost easier to stay in that place when I'm like fully eyes open, just being somewhere.
Yeah.
Because when I sit down and meditate, it feels like this body is so used to meditating that it's like each time it sits down, it's used to thinking it's a person.
Yeah.
And like now I'm meditating and I'm trying to find this, and
Yeah.
that can come back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Lovely to speak with you, Nicholas. Thank you for calling. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.